Special thanks to Geisha Soap, our proud sponsor for Who's Behind, and Ever Pure Purified Drinking Water. Always pure, ever refreshing. As you know, on Who's Behind, we unravel the personalities behind the faces and brands that you love. Today is no exception. We are here to pick the minds of our guests about this unique profession called motherhood. And they are here as mothers, Frankie mothers, to talk about their anxieties, their memories, their hopes, and everything that is related to being a mother. And before I introduce them to you, I'd like to say a big thank you to our proud sponsors, especially Vlisco, who are out now with a fabulous range of fabrics called Voila, and the name says it all. And Geisha Soap, Geisha naturally cares for your family skin. 4 different fragrances, you can pick whichever you want. Ever Pure Purified Drinking Water, I always say that is what water is about. Indichiba Kofa Kolache for my outfit, and Alia, oh my, the ambience is beautiful over here. So there, my guests, I don't even know where to start. They are all fabulous women. Let me start from, okay, she said I should start from here. So we have the marvelous Kate Ado. You would know her from GTV days. It's a long time ago. Okay, right now she's in high places. I'm not even going to say it again. But she's assistant somewhere anyway. So Kate Ado is here as a mother of twin boys. And then I have Evelyn Ofosudakun of Databank. We've had her on the show before, and she's also here. She has 2 kids, right? Yeah. And then we have Pascarina. Did I get the name right? She's the founder of One Event, and she's a lovely events manager. And then I have the fabulous, voluptuous Anna Jerry. She's into real estate. She's got all the money. And then I have the lovely Ruthie here. She's a gospel artist. She might just sing something for us today. And then the fabulous Mrs. Kwashiga. And she's of Amber Foods. You'd know her. She's also been on the show before. And the wife of late Courage Kwashiga. We all know him. And then Ama Amwa of Global Access. I got her right now. Lovely one. She's also a mother. And then the fabulous Abiadachi. Who doesn't know TV theater? So hello, I'll call you girls or women. Ladies. I think ladies. Hello, ladies. Okay. So my first question: who would you say is a mother?
When I was coming here, when I was invited to the show, I thought about it, and I thought that I should stay if I didn't say anything again. The fact that a mother is not just the person who gets pregnant and births the child. And as we celebrate Mother's Day, I think it's important that we keep that perspective in mind, because usually when Mother's Day is being celebrated, it is the people who have actually birthed, children who are, giving Mother's Day presents and stuff like that. But in today's world, you don't necessarily have to birth a child or even be responsible for the child coming into the world for you to be a mother. So we need to keep that in perspective. Issues of infertility should be on our minds as we celebrate fertility during Mother's Day. So I think that's what we should, be thinking about today.
I told you, she's got a wealth of things on her head. So, Mrs. Kwashiga, would you like to tell us who a mother is to you?
Actually, for me, mothers are life. A mother is a life for the home and for the society. And where there is no mother, there is no life. There's boredom. You will see that if a home that does not have a mother, you will see that that home is not well organized. You see that there will be a lot of problems in the home. So for me, mothers are life for society and for the home. And for the children that they bear, you must know that mothers play a very important role. And for that matter, mothers must be, elevated. They must be celebrated, because without us, the society there's a lot of problem.
I think Emma wants to say something. Yeah.
Mothers are custodians of physical beauty, intelligence, tenderness, compassion, patience, and tolerance to the benefit of the society. In fact, mothers are world savers and world changers.
But then it's beautiful, isn't it? It embodies everything that a mother is. So I say that mothers are the pivot on which families especially revolve around. Now, What do you think is the role of a mother in a family? Abi, I would like for you to take that.
Is that right?
Yes.
Role of a mother in a family.
Yeah.
Anyway, first of all, I would want to say, aside of giving the family the basic needs, which is like clothing, food, and shelter, that is the number one need of the family. Aside of that, the mother or the motherhood is a role model. A mother is a role model to the family. So you have to be very careful when you are bringing up your kids. And like Kate said, you don't necessarily have to birth the child. Aside of that, motherhood, it's motherhood is the primary caregiver to the home. The home, you need the care, and that care usually comes from mothers. The number one aspect of motherhood, that's what it entails. And then aside of that, as for the role model, it's so necessary to me, because whatever you do, whatever you say, whatever you do in the home, kids, the way when they are growing up, they learn so much from you, and whatever the mother says or the mother does, that's how my mother does it, that's what my mother says, and they grow up with it. They can even take it to school. No, my mommy says this, my mommy says that. So please, as a role model of a mother, it's number one to me.
Okay,
that's one thing.
All
too.
right. So the role of a mother in the family, Ruthie, would you like to?
I couldn't agree more with Abiadachi. While she talked, I was just nodding. Yeah. Mothers are caregivers. For me, I'll say they are everything. They are everything. They are giving life. They're shaping your behavior in society. They're shaping everything about you. So for the role of women, they are everything to everybody.
For me, after marrying, it took about 10 years before getting my children. Yeah. But even before then, I was called a mother by people. Yeah. So it depends on the way you relate with people, encouraging people, seeking their interests. I mean, they all fall into motherhood. So it's not just about birthing, as our sister said. It's the counseling that you give, the care that you give, the love that you offer, the guidance that you give to people around you. That makes you a mother.
All right, so this morning I asked my daughter, who is the mother? She says, oh, mothers, they give us food and they buy clothes for us. I was like, oh really? But then I'd like to throw this to you, and what role does a mother play in the life of her child?
I think you're the first point of example to the child. Now, I have a 15-year-old who, up until the teens, does everything that I do. I mean, from how I eat to, so you become the pivot of example. And how you shape your life depends on how you live your life. If you live it badly, the child is learning from you. Because from birth to when you give him, even to marriage, they still come back to you. So from that point on, you become the example. You become the marking scheme that child lives with.
All right. And how about you, Pascarina?
I think we all share the same values. Exactly the same. Mother is a role model and sets a good example. And as a mother of two boys, I think it's even more important because my husband always says to me, I feel so sorry for the girls that your boys are going to bring. And I said, well, no, because I think I'm doing a good job now, setting a good example so that God willing, whoever they bring home, I'll be proud of. But my son said something to me a few months ago which made me laugh. He said, Mommy, where did Daddy find you? And I said, what do you mean? And he said, oh, I just want to know when I grow up where I can find a woman like you. So for me, that just for me means I'm on the right track. That I'm setting a good example and that my kids want to, look for a woman. Yeah, exactly.
So hold on to the mic. I want to ask this. Mothers, so from everything that we've all said, mothers are very important. Can you tell me, like in one word, how important a mother is to you? Everybody's going to answer this question. This one word.
I'll say everything.
Everything. Really?
A good helper. A mother is the glue.
Mother is the source of knowledge.
Mothers are mostly caretakers. They take care of us and others. So they are good caretakers.
They're everything boxed together. Everything.
In the beginning was the Word. In the beginning, God created man. And he saw that it was not good for a man to be alone. So he created woman. God took his time and all that he had to create that beautiful woman. So to me, a woman is the eye of God. A woman is the completion or perfection of life to humanity.
After the all said, what do I say? I think a mother is someone who gives unconditional love. Oh.
Yes.
Anyway, just let me pause here.
So, in our part of the world, even though we are developing, there's so many challenges that mothers face. And I don't know about you, but can you enlighten us a bit about some of the challenges that you face as a mother in our scheme of things?
Mothers are really facing a lot of challenges. Just imagine that outside. Look at the TVs, look at the internets, the WhatsApps, what have you, billboards and things. For example, we've been telling our kids to abstain from sex till they find their right partners, even right from the home to the churches, wherever. But just imagine, they just go out there and they are bombarded. TV adverts, billboards, internets, and look, they feel so pressured that they would want to taste it or try it. And there they get into it. So in fact, the challenge, the outside world is just putting too much pressure on things that are happening in our homes. You do your very best, but at the end of the day, you can't fight with the challenges outside. So with the so-called, it's good. Everything has its advantages and disadvantages. But this ICT world and what have you, honestly, that's with a lot of question mark.
For me, the biggest challenge, I think, is being a working mother. I don't know if everyone shares that, but there's that feeling of constant guilt. You feel you're never there enough, even though you're there more than. But the way I sort of, cope with that is by realizing that to be a good mother, I have to be a working mother. If I was at home all the time, I wouldn't be the person that I am and the role model that I am to my sons. So that's how I sort of deal with my conscience on that front. The balance of being a mother and a working mother and prioritizing.
Being a mother, you're not just a mother. As she said, you're a worker, you're a mother, you're a wife, you are a homekeeper, and putting all of that together is very challenging. I mean, the house, making sure that, the house is in good order, especially when you have kids, and you have to do certain things over and over again because you do it and they undo it. So, that is a big challenge. And, if you have to combine that with work and meeting work targets, and also being able to be a good mother, a good wife, that's a big challenge.
Right. So, but I was thinking that maybe the challenge is also got to do with the perception of what a good mother is. From where we come from, a good mother has to clean to make sure that things are right. But then again, you look at what is happening in today's society and you realize that probably today's good woman or good mother doesn't have to be the one that's physically taking the child to the bath and cleaning him or her up. So I think that the challenge that we are facing in Ghana and Africa is the fact that people expect certain things of mothers. That's not what it is today. So we need to, that's the challenge that I think from where I stand, people like me, face every day, where you're working and certain things are expected of you. You are expected to dress a certain way, act a certain way, speak a certain way, just because but I don't think so. You don't stop being you because you became a mother. No.
You're still watching Who's Behind, and it's brought to you by Geisha Soap. Geisha naturally cares for your family's skin. And ever pure purified drinking water, always pure, ever refreshing.
I always want what's best for my children. That's why I trust new Geisha with extracts from nature like aloe vera, because it cares for my family's skin naturally. New Geisha naturally cares for your family's skin.
I don't like boxes. The other day I went to pick up something from the garage, and I tried to pick up the box, and then we heard, my back. The box, it didn't look that heavy.
Nan gave me an allure spa in the city vulture.
I said, spa? My back?
He was going.
My wife, she can be persuasive. The camp therapy was amazing.
I got the hot stone massage. Allure was wonderful.
Now my back is good.
Ever pure purified drinking water. Always pure.